Hi guys, since my last uploaded video, the world here has changed. How do I mean that? Well, we are working here in tourism and the tourism is shaken to the core because something called the Iran war, which is, by the way, the fourth crisis since 2020, which we have to endure here. 2020, when we have been at the beginning of the COVID pandemic, we then got hit by the Russia-Ukraine war. Thereafter, because all of this, the Thai domestic tourism collapsed more or less. Now comes this. And this crisis actually does have the potential to hit us hardest since the first one, because our main source of guests here are the European customers, and as you might understand, Europe is just on the other side of the region, which is at the moment causing all the issues. Those of our guests will experience a much more difficulty now to come to Thailand, or at least it will be much more expensive. You know, I'm going to Austria once a year and the flights, they already like 50% more expensive than they used to be. And this will not change until the situation does not change with the war. Since 2020, the only thing we are doing here is improving our resiliency to such things here. How well this will work in future is a little bit unknown, because 3 of those 4 crises, as I said, are still ongoing. We can't do anything else than continue like this. During COVID, we have changed all our hotel operation already to a way which is extremely cost effective. And then, of course, if you're following this channel, you know my side project, which is all about energy self-sufficiency. Those all, of course, are helping in times like this and will also help us to survive this latest crisis. But on the energy front, you know, there were a lot of big changes within the last year. And today I want to talk about the latest numbers, because now everything is completed and the impact of these changes is massive. So let's look into that one. Yeah, I just told you that in the last 12 months we have actually had a lot of big changes here in our electric systems. And if you follow the channel, you of course know all of them. The first one, as you know, was the new Powerwall. It basically doubled the capacity and also the power output. Yeah, this is the new Powerwall, as you know. And if you look into the data for this one, then you can see that last year, without this new system, we have captured 362 kilowatt hours, and this March it was 824 kilowatt hours, so almost 2.5 times as last year. And if you look into the cycles, then this Powerwall did 23 full cycles, so over the full capacity within this 1 month. The next thing was, if you remember, when I arrived in November here, I was talking about optimizing my PV systems. And this was actually the biggest surprise which I couldn't believe actually almost by myself. Because since November, we have added 5.1 kilowatt peak on solar. This was not planned like that, but on the other side, I have to say, if I wouldn't have done it, we wouldn't have a chance to fill all this extra battery capacity which I added. So what was done here? Let's take a look. So first I've added this string here, 2400 watt peak. This one has generated around 11 kilowatt hours in March. I'm a little bit disappointed because I expected more, because this one is, as you can see, placed the way that you could have some advantages from the bifacial solar panels. The next what I did was I was removing two of the four 300 watt panels and replaced it with 450 watt bifacial panels. This saved this array because we have massive shading issues here with these two poles, as you know. Now this array is also producing around the same as the other two microinverter arrays which I have constructed of the old parts of the off-grid system. So this one and the other two microinverter arrays are producing around 5 kilowatt hours every day. Yeah, and the last PV string which was added was then this one, also 2400 watt peak, and this one is actually generating 1 kilowatt hour more per day than the first one which I've showed you. And this is just because it is laying flat like this and the sun can shine on it much more effective for all the day than on the other one. So overall, all these changes on the PV side was generating 38 kilowatt hours extra every day. Yeah, and the last change was then replacing the old off-grid system with this new hybrid system here. So double the power, triple the capacity. And if you look into the data for this one, then with these batteries we have charged 506 kilowatt hours during March. So these are even 25 cycles made in 1 month, more than on any other system. So yeah, let's look into the data. So you can see I'm always starting my readings on the 15th of January. So I do my readings always in the middle of the month, always after exactly 30 days. So what we are interested is in the numbers of March. So this is the time period from 14th February to 16th of March. In 2026, with all the changes we have done in the last year, we have generated a total of 3,565 kilowatt hours, which is massive. This is more than 1,000 kilowatt hours more than during March a year before. So that means we went up from 83 kilowatt hours a day to 118 kilowatt hours a day, which of course also can be translated in a monetary value. So from saving 10,000 baht, which is around $300, we went up to almost 16,000 this year, and that is almost $500. Just to see the difference on the energy bill. So in 2025, for this period, we have paid 6,600 baht, that's 200 US dollars. And this year we have paid only 1,700 baht, which is around 70 US dollars. The export still remained almost same, but on the import side, what we had to buy from the grid, there's a big difference. Last year it has been almost 3 times as much than this year. For the self-consumption, in German Eigenverbrauch, we went from around 78% last year to 86% this year. We have used 3,000 kilowatt hours by ourselves right behind the meter. And when it comes to the autonomy factor, in German Autarkiegrad, we went from last year's 58% to 86% this year. So a massive difference on that side as well. The days of full autonomy were only 8. Then I have another metric, which is the days of the near autonomy. This one is defined as every day where we just imported less than 12 kilowatt hours. Why is that important? Well, 12 kilowatt hours could ring some bells in your head, because that is just another 15 or 16 kilowatt hours battery pack, and it will actually be the last hybrid system which at some point will be installed. With counting those days already, I can already see and predict the future, how many days of full autonomy we will have once that system is built up. When it comes to the batteries, what did they bring us actually? Already told you, Powerwall 824 kilowatt hours, the coffee shop battery 506 kilowatt hours, and then there's only one more battery missing, that one in the garage. That one has participated and added 156 kilowatt hours. So overall almost 1,500 kilowatt hours. So this is half of the energy which we can consume from our generation. So yeah, extremely strong numbers. And this is only because, of course, after some time, these DIY systems are getting momentum. Because if you look that within those last 12 months, I have invested an extra of 250,000 baht, which is, let's say, 7,000 US dollars. 150,000 of those have already paid back in this year, right? So you can see how fast the wheel is now spinning, and it will only take around 4 more years and all of this is paid back and just generating profits. As you saw on the energy front, everything is very promising. In terms of tourism, the high season in which we are in now will come to a premature end. March will just continue as is with the guests which are here. In April, typically that's a month where the domestic tourism, because of holidays, is the strongest. It will be a little bit depressed, I guess, compared to the previous year because of the much higher energy costs. The summer season is probably cancelled for this year if the war does not stop immediately and all hostilities are ended in the Middle East. So the only hope is for the next high season, but for that, of course, also the world has come to peace. Let's just hope the best. At least our energy bills are taken care of, so that there is no pressure from this front. So you see, mixed messages today. I hope that your personal situation is not affected too much from all of this. We all have to shoulder, of course, much higher fuel costs, electricity costs in the near future. Let's just hope that the world comes to sanity and all this ends quickly. I hope that you found this still interesting. Please like the video, comment, subscribe to the channel. Thank you for watching, and I see you at the next one.